Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the day one of the 12 days of nonsense. So, let me tell you a little bit about why I decided to do this. It's December, it's the end of the year, and I've been hearing on the phone a lot of reasons why moms like me, like you, haven't fulfilled what we wanted to fulfill this year, haven't done what we wanted to do this year, haven't started the things that we wanted to start this year. And I forgot to introduce myself. So I'm Cristina from Dashstrom Coaching, Dashstrom Run Clubs, and TriathlonMami, and I help moms redefine what is possible for themselves, for their families, and for their communities. So in this quest, I realize we tell ourselves a lot of bullshit, a lot of baloney, and a lot of nonsense. So the 12 days of nonsense is to go one by one of these things that I've seen a pattern that keeps us small, us moms feeling small, and kind of debunk those myths so that you can make a choice whether you want to use that as an excuse for you to stay small or whether you just want to let that one go and move on your merry way. Okay? So that is how we started this 12 days of nonsense. And the first nonsense we're going to talk about, the number one thing that I have heard from moms of why they aren't fill in the blank is ta-da, COVID, pandemic, coronavirus. So know this, I'm a total believer in coronavirus, right? Of course. And I know that it has been really hard for a lot of people. Like right now, somebody that I care deeply about is in the hospital and I can't go see them or support their family. I know a lot of people that I talk to have lost their businesses and, so things are tough. I'm not denying that by any stretch of the imagination. I also know that us moms, we have an unfair burden more than maybe our male counterparts. Kids are home. I just yelled at my kid to turn the TV lower or the school lower. Kids are home. Many of us have had to leave our jobs because we have young kids and the kids can't be home by themselves, or we're trying to work from home while having kids at home. And it's just all around stressful. So again, this is not denying that COVID or coronavirus is a thing and that pandemic has made life more difficult, especially for moms. But here's the thing. You can hide behind this as saying like, okay, this is a legitimate reason. I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone and hide here behind coronavirus as the reason why I can't do something. Or you can let go of the nonsense and look at it from a different way. And I'm going to show you how. So it doesn't matter what area of your life is not working out for you. Okay. But we're going to talk specifically about starting a business. So why is the pandemic, COVID, coronavirus nonsense when it comes to the reason why you shouldn't start a business? First is because, what was my first reason? Oh, okay. The first thing I wanted to tell you is that there's this law of motion. Like think of physics, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For every opportune challenge, there's an equal and opposite opportunity. So for everything that coronavirus is taking away, there's an opportunity for something to fill its place. Like a vacuum doesn't really exist. So where restaurants are closing, there are other opportunities, other people that are doing better. Online sales are skyrocketing, e-learning skyrocketing, Zoom. Like if you didn't know Zoom before the pandemic, guess what? I'm pretty sure you know about Zoom now. So yes, coronavirus, COVID, the pandemic has put a huge damper on some businesses, but there are other businesses that are flourishing. There are other businesses that have seen an opportunity and are taking it and running with it. Okay. And this is not new. It's not like this is the first time that businesses starts during a recession or during a super hard time. I bet you know these names: Uber, Netflix, Airbnb, and there's a ton more that I didn't write down. But all those businesses were started during recessions, during times of crisis, during times that people were going like, holy shit, I can't start a business. I can't be successful financially because the world is falling apart. It's just not true. It's just not true. What is true is that you have to find the opportunity. You have to figure out the niche. Okay. So I'm going to give you our niche, right, which is starting a children's fitness business, and why COVID has been something that has propelled all my clients forward. So, because everything is canceled, parents are looking for things for their kids to do that are safe and that give them empowerment and that give them that sense, that socialization. And running is one of those things. Running is not something that you have to touch somebody. It's not a contact sport. It's not done indoors. So in fact, demand for our services have increased dramatically during the pandemic because of the pandemic. So our moms are really doing well because of it. They're using this opportunity. Now, when things shut down, then we have to go online. And that is not as fun as it is to be outside. But COVID, again, it's going to finish, right? Like, we know so much more now than we did back then when we first went into lockdown, that now we are prepared. So we know that when we can go outside, we go outside with the social distancing rules. If we go into stay-at-home orders, which I'm in New Mexico, we are under those orders now, then we move the program online. As soon as it's done, we move it offline again. There is a process, there is a system. It's not a big deal. It works. Okay. So nonsense number one, COVID. The other areas of your life that you might be thinking, well, yeah, okay, great. Maybe that works for you and your business, but what about, relationships? Or what about, else did I have here? Or what about my health? Like, oh my God, how many of us have gained weight because of COVID? Because we're like, oh, we're home and we can't move, or we can't go to the gym, or we can't do this, or we can do that. It's just a choice. Right? Like, there is no reason why COVID would necessarily mean that you are unhealthy. Maybe if you look at it different, you can say, it's like, okay, so restaurants are closed. So I'm not going to go out as much for food outside. I'm going to take this opportunity to learn how to cook better, or to cook different things, and to make better choices for health for my family. Relationships. So maybe you can't go to the movies, or your kids can't participate, go to birthday parties. But then that gives you an opportunity to do different things at home with your kids. And I know I'm saying this and I'm almost rolling my eyes at myself, right? Because it's like, come on, like, can't we just admit that it sucks? It sucks. I get it. But sitting here in its suckness doesn't do us any good. It's not going to help you or me. And I'm not saying that for the month of December and for New Year's, yes, New Year's resolution, that you're going to have a clean house, healthy food, happy children that are doing great in school and starting a business, and it's all going to be wonderful because you're going to take control of all this shit. No, but choose one area and give up the coronavirus excuse for that area. Focus on that one thing. Okay. Now, this group, what I do is with business. So it is complete nonsense that you cannot start a business because of COVID. It is complete nonsense that it's necessarily a bad time, or that it's even difficult, because there is an opportunity. Like, I'm seeing it with my clients. I have a mom that joined, I don't know, I think it was like 4 weeks ago. And this Saturday, she has her first class with kids enrolled. That's 4 weeks from starting to having kids enrolled and making an income. Okay. So the The first day of nonsense is pandemic. You get to choose to decide what it means to you. And I'm not saying that you have to be super mom and superwoman, but I am saying that don't hide behind it. That if the only reason why you haven't started a business or the only reason why you haven't done XYZ is because of the pandemic, let it go. Find another reason, because that one is just not true. Okay? If you have any comments, any questions, feel free to drop them below. If you want to send me to hell, go ahead and do that too below. A couple of announcements for you. If you are interested in learning more about how we do it, how we start businesses during a pandemic, then this is the link that you go to, dsrunclub.com/apply. We'll book a call and we'll talk and see how I can help you and if that works. If you just want mindset help and you want something that's easy, quick, affordable, then go to mtg.dashstrom.com. It's called the Mind the Gap. It's a super program that we also have available for you. And if you comment on this post or if you participate in these lives, I'm going to be here every day for the next 12 days, well, 11 days, talking about this nonsense. If you participate, if you comment, every time you comment or participate, it'll be an entry for a raffle where you can win Mind the Gap program for you. So again, to review, the nonsense of today, of our 12 days of nonsense, the nonsense for today is COVID and the pandemic is a reason why I cannot start my business. Not true. Not true. So don't hide behind it. There's other things that you can do. All right. So I hope you guys like it. Please give me feedback. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is the first time. So let me know what you think. And I will catch you again tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30. Yeah, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, 9:30 Mountain Time, which is where I'm at. And with another nonsense of an excuse or a reason why we don't start our businesses right now. All right. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you soon.